break. Donald Sanders buried today. May he rest in peace. It's powerful. Be right back after the break. Opening. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. And of course, we want to welcome each and every one of you to Freedom March. In Grand Bahama, we are receiving reports that the body of a person, a citizen, has been found in a pond. And according to the authorities, there is no evidence of foul play, save that the body appeared to have been upside down on its stomach, and the police has not identified the individual. We have been advised that there has been a number of people in Grand Bahama over a period of time that were reported missing, but they have discovered this body perhaps in a pond in the area of a golf course. No one has specifically identified the golf course or specifically identified the pond, but police investigation is continuing. So they are some of the things that we are being advised of. So you haven't heard about that story, my spiritual advisor, have you?
No.
Yeah, so that is what they are saying. I got the impression that the body may have been discovered today.
Yeah, in Grand Bahama, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I did see something
Right.
that came across social media,
Right.
but no confirmation.
No
as
confirmation.
To,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
male, female, and the circumstances surrounding.
Right.
Yeah.
So that has been some of the report that we have heard. I got the impression, great. I got the impression that, may not have been as bad over the last couple of hours in Grand Bahama. So it appears that things are improving in terms of crime.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Very good indeed. Yeah, so that's what's happening. I'm looking for this ad for you. So just bear with me, my spiritual advisor. And that is going to be power. Yeah, perhaps you will start with this one.
Okay, under the patronage of Mistress Anne Marie Davis, spouse of the Prime Minister, the Bahamas Coalition of Advocates for Disability Awareness and Services presents Celebrating Mothers, an evening of inspiration and motivation, Sunday, the 19th of May, at 5 p.m. at the Miles E. Monroe Diplomat Center, Carmichael Road. Come enjoy performances by top Bahamian gospel artists, dance performances, singing groups, and mass choirs. Hat modeling, lots of prizes, giveaways, and more. Early bird tickets are available at the Diplomat Center box office and all seasons, all occasions gift store, Madeira Street. For more information, please call 605-2585 or WhatsApp 804-1773 429-7795 or 556-1773.
This is powerful. I thank you, my spiritual advisor. So that is an event that is set to happen in May, isn't that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Around the
So
19th.
bear with me. So folks, I got another ad to read, but I got so many things here. Well, I think I found another one. Go ahead, my spiritual advisor. Read that one.
If you're tired of waiting in lines, wait no more. Download the MoneyMax app today, the powerful application that enables you to pay all your utility bills. Purchase top-up, spend Sand Dollar with Sand Dollar enabled merchants and much more. Sign up for convenience with MoneyMax. The app is available on the Apple Store and Google Play Store. MoneyMax, live your max life.
This is powerful. So we thought we would advise you of these two major events that are taking place here, and that is very powerful, very powerful, very powerful. Well, the minister responsible for sports, youth sports, and cultural events, that's the Honorable Mario Boleg. I want to look at his response to the Auditor General. You might not be aware that the Auditor General, I have been alluding to it, he has submitted an audit report on some of the sporting and cultural activities of the Ministry of Youth and Sports, and he has talked about some overspending, and I want to examine it because there is some information which in many instances politicians, by their failure to reveal it, could cost, well, by their failure not to reveal it, could cost them to get bad name when in fact they have committed no wrongs. Leading up to a lot of the sporting events, the government, for instance, hired many people at the sports center and created many jobs. So there were many people who were employed. You would not be aware of it if you're not a citizen who's very observant, if you're not a citizen who visits the sporting facilities. And if you are, you will note that there were scores of people, because that's what government does. There's a cultural event, there's a sporting event. People needs work, people needs job, and here is a good opportunity to lawfully employ people. And in the process of employing people, monies will be spent, and many politicians may not want to admit it. One of the reasons behind creating a lot of this activity is so that the government can find jobs for young people who's looking for employment. And by finding jobs for them, monies can be paid out. And when these people who have been employed, have been paid, they are now able to pay their obligations. They can pay house rent, they can buy food, they can pay mortgage, they can do all sorts of things. And then there are times in the desire to employ as many people, you can overspend, and one could get the impression that something unlawful is taking place. And basically all that took place was, boy, the government hired plenty people, because theoretically, if you showed up at the sports center and see all that work they got there, well, you won't want a job. And it doesn't matter to you that the minister may not have made provision for 100 more people. All you're saying is, now, minister, I need a job. And the minister then acquiesces. The minister says, this is a good opportunity to employ our people, because that's what government does. Government generate money and spend it on the people. And by spending it on the people, the money becomes a part of the economy. So if the government is spending it on the people, and I have cable bill to pay, well, I go into cable to pay the bill. I go into Life to pay the bill. I go into Super Value to buy some food. I'm going to various places to spend the money. And so the money is circulating, right? And then for many of us, we don't realize it's the government who, by spending the money, it contributes to the economy. And you can imagine a society and there's no job, and take it from me, the biggest employers is who? The state, the government. And let me tell you, they ain't got to tell me. I happens to been to one of the major events. They sent me a ticket, and I happened to went to one of those events that took me way at the top. That's where I met Mrs. Wallace Whitfield, Mrs. Daphne Wallace Whitfield, a senior lady who loves sports. She just loves Carifta, and she's a senior lady. The government got to put on sporting events and finance the young people, or she can complain. And why should we have her complaining that the government don't want to spend no money on the young people? Because she is a senior citizen. She just loved to go and watch the young people run and cheer them on. So this is what Mario Moxie was required to do, because sports is very good for your community. It disciplines your young people. It helps to manage their energy. If you don't manage these young people's energy, it will be diverted in areas that you may not find pleasing. They might get distracted with crime. They might get distracted with other sinful activities that we, the parents, don't want them to get involved in. So it's that kind of thing. And we have to always recognize that whenever these events are taking place, the government got to spend money. Like, can you imagine having a government who don't want to spend no money? Come on. We need a government that when we elect that government, not only will the government encourage foreign investment, the government itself is going to go into the public treasury, take out some money, and invest it on the people. And every time you invest it on the people, it means spending it. And then when you spend it, it means that you are purchasing something. And among the things that you try to purchase predominantly is labor, is muscle, is strength. So if you purchase the labor of some young men and women out of Angliston, some out of Baintown, some out of Yellow Elder, some down there off Gladstone Road, some in Fire Trail Road, all over the island of New Providence. And then don't forget, the Bahamas is not only New Providence. There are young people in the Family Islands who are involved in sports. So we got to create sporting jobs for them. And therefore, who is to pay? The government. And the government pays it from the many taxes that it collects from all of us. And in the process, when you show up and you go to Mario Bowleg and you tell Mario Bowleg, Mr. Bowleg, Mama say, if you could give me one of them job, Mr. Bowleg, he look at you and say, boy, what you could do? And by the time you tell him how much lawn you could cut and what all you could do, he said right back and said, now, P.S., we're going to have to hire this young man. We're going to have to give him a job. And he gets a job. He makes some money. And he's now compelled not to commit any crime. Because what is he going to say to Mario Bowleg? When Mario say, you commit crime, and I give you that job, and you get paid? Man, don't talk no nonsense, man. So it's all those kind of things. So sometimes government is complex. We did it, you know. We in the F&M, we did it. All right? Don't forget who I am. They throw me out the party, but philosophically, I is F&M. My only complaint, they just don't like the fact that I is vote PLP, but I is F&M, and I know what we did. We spent plenty money. And the same Auditor General, Terence Bastian, he was fair when he revealed that we in the F&M was spending plenty money. And it's the same way he's pointing out that the PLP has spent some money, and all the PLP has to do is to be accountable and explain to the people why we had to spend when they saw all them young people. When I went, because I was so happy, the PLP had invited me to this event. And when I saw all that young people, I turned to a friend of mine, I say, how do you get all them young people? This is man, the government spending money. So I turned around and I said, man, spend money. When I saw all those disciplined young people that they had flown into Nassau, that they were housing, that they were feeding, that they were providing good decent leadership for. You know what my slogan was? Spend money! Because who were you spending it on? You were spending it on the nation's children. It's like your child. You go home and say, Mama, Dada, I hungry. So Lord, my baby hungry. Boy, let's go to the food store and get some grocery for this child. And whose child it is? Your child. Who money it is? Your money. So the people belongs to the government. The money is the people's money. The government must manage the people's government and the people's money fairly. And if there is any doubt, the minister must be bold and brave like Mario Boleg, stand up and be transparent and accountable. And that's what Mario Boleg is doing. And so we're going to be looking at it, and all I want Mario to do is spend money on the people. That's it. That's the way it works. That's how the economy works. If government don't pump money into the system, the economy becomes stagnant. It doesn't move. Now, I know too much about economy, but I think I'm smart enough to realize that if the state, if the public treasury, if the minister of finance, if cabinet ministers ain't spending money, ain't awarding contracts, then the economy remain stagnant. And then we'll start rowing, man, this government ain't creating no job. But the government is creating job. Now you have no excuse to be a gangster. You have no excuse to rob. You have no excuse to go contrary, because the government is giving its people a helping hand. And if you examine countries all around the world, the government pumps millions of dollars into their economy by creating the opportunities for its people. And I say, I prefer the government to do it and create jobs and other opportunities for our young people. Who are these people? They belong to us. All these people we see around here, they are people. We own them. Now, owning them doesn't mean abusing them. But every time I walk down the road, drive down the road, I see all these young people. Who people they are? They belong to us. The old people. Who old people they are? They are old people. And so we have to support the government in helping our people, in stabilizing our young people, in making our young women responsible. I am certain that my spiritual advisor, who is an economist, will agree.
I'm just following the story.
What have you learned?
But what's the issue here? I mean, did the minister reveal that there was an increase in budget as to why there was this overspending?
Tell me what.
I'm just asking. I don't see anything.
Well, I have it here, but the spirit,
read it.
The spirit has not moved me
to
read it.
Yeah, because I mean, well, apparently they're saying that they're wrong by saying this. They're thinking that what the Auditor General should have done, but he didn't have to do it, was if he had come across any findings that they were supposed to have been discussed before they were actually tabled in the House. But I don't know if he is actually subject to that rule. Is he? Or is he not?
Well, let us not look at whether or not he is subject to the rule.
But that's one of the main
let us look at
objects,
what. Yeah, but let's take it in stages. What then is, who are you quoting? Are you quoting the minister?
Well, yes, I am. I am quoting him.
And what is the minister suggesting? Let's just look at it.
Well, you have the story, son. Just read the story, man. Okay, let's read it. It's on the front page of the Guardian. Read it.
Goodness me. Do you have it?
Let me tell you what the problem is. I can't.
You can't see it.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay, fine.
So that's the problem. So if you have it in bigger fonts,
Okay.
read it. I know sometimes, you know,
Okay, my spiritual advisor.
you know, it's difficult for you to get into these things.
Let me see if I can find it. We shall see. Boleg
Defense oversight.
hits back on audit finding. What time is
Right.
it? I don't want to start this.
We got 5 minutes before the 5 o'clock hour.
We got 5 minutes? Perhaps I'll come back after the 5 minutes because this calls for a lot of reading. Boleg hits back on audit findings. Youth Sport and Culture Minister Mario Boleg said the government did not overspend on last year's Carifta and Jubilee Games, which cost more than $7 million than was allocated.
That's a lot of money.
According to audit reports from the Office of the Auditor General, every dollar that was allocated or budgeted for those games was received and spent appropriately. This is what Mario Boleg said. He complained that the reports into the events, which highlighted weak internal controls, unauthorized wage increases, and circumvented hiring procedures, were released without input from his ministry. He said he expected the Office of the Auditor General to meet with his team before finalizing the report. Mario Boleg expressed bafflement and disappointment in some of the Auditor General's findings. If we responded, we would have been able to answer most of these questions favorably, Mario Boleg said. Free National Movement leader Michael Pentard counted that all Auditor General reports are sent to agency heads for documented feedback because they are laid in Parliament. Not only has the Ministry of Youth and Sport had the audit report for a while, but they had ample time to investigate the matter themselves and seek to hold the relevant parties accountable for any misadministration or malfeasance identified. He said in a statement, but the youth minister, Mario Boleg, suggested that overspending claims showed a misunderstanding of how the Ministry of Finance operates, saying it is not uncommon for annual budget line items not to reflect the full cost of an event. When you hosting an event of this magnitude, if it costs $10 million, I shouldn't expect finance to give me $10 million up front, he said. Finance will tell you, okay, when is your event? Let's say your event is in 2026. I will have to start preparing finance, or should I say I have to start preparing finance for that event for the next budget cycle, which is 24-25. Finance will say, okay, you need $10 million, here's what I gonna do. In the next 2 months, I give you $2 million here, I'll give you $3 million here, and if you see you still need the rest of the money, then we gonna throw that at you during the year of the games. Nonetheless, the first time the government allocated money for last year's Carifta Games was in 2022, 2023. This is powerful. Mario Bolek defends his lawful spending. This is powerful. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save Mario Bolek. Welcome back to Freedom Match. My name is Rodney Monker, and of course, we were talking about the budget. Well, we were talking about the Auditor General's report and his finding and the defense, which was offered by Youth, Sports and Culture Minister Mario Bolek, and this would have come in the aftermath of the Auditor General's finding. So it's created some controversy. And so I don't know if my spiritual advisor, are you ready to comment?
Well, let's do birthdays.
It's birthday now?
It's 5 o'clock. Man.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, thank you, my spiritual
See
advisor.
if we get through this.
All right, let's
I have
go
these
ahead.
things tagged properly. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we got a couple of birthdays we'd like to send out today, and so we want to wish a very special happy birthday. Shout out to. I'm trying to get this done. Did we do it yesterday? Yeah, I think we already did her.
Well, do it since you have it up on the TV.
She's celebrating her 91st birthday, if I'm not mistaken. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, Rowena Lloyd, absolutely. So, all the best to you. We hope you enjoyed your birthday. We hope you live to enjoy many, many, many more. All right. And so we also would like to send a very special happy birthday out. Yeah, Rowena Lloyd, she was 93. Sorry, she was 93. And so this little toddler, she's celebrating her birthday. Happy birthday to you. Tania Higgs is her name. Happy birthday to you. Come from your entire family. Please do enjoy your day. I'm thinking that's her name. Happy birthday to you. These things are rather, what I tell you. Yes, and so very special happy birthday to this wonderful sister who's celebrating the birthday today from the Church of Christ. Happy birthday to you. Huh? Yeah. All the best to you. Enjoy your birthday. And of course, we hope you live to enjoy many, many more. Yeah. Happy birthday to you. And then, of course, happy birthday. Shout out. Happy birthday. Shout out to Miss Chevelle, from her mother Holly, aunt, the stepmom Linda Ash, son Liam, daughter Kennedy, sisters and brothers, aunts, uncles, cousins, and friends. Happy birthday to you. We hope you live to enjoy many, many more. All right. Who else do we have? After we have done, I believe this is actually Tania Higgs here. So happy birthday to you. All the best to you, coming from your family and friends. They love you. Enjoy your birthday. And of course, they're hoping that you live to enjoy many, many more. That photo was not appropriate, but anyway. And then, of course, we want to send a happy birthday shout out to Samantha Dean Bo, who is celebrating the birthday today. It's coming from her mother, Gertrude Dean, her husband, Adero Bo, her two sons, Ziara, her two sisters, Gretel and Chena, all the family members, the Dean Bo clan, in-laws, co-workers at Kalina Company, sending her love. Happy birthday to you. Oh, sorry. I think that, no, sorry, forgive me. This is happy 84th birthday to Mother Birdie Hannah, celebrating on the 22nd. Greetings coming from your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, church family, and friends. Happy birthday to you. And then the next birthday shout-out is to Symmetry Dane Bo, who celebrated birthday today. It's coming from her mother, Gertrude Dale, her husband, DeAndre Bo, her son, Deara, Zaria, her two sisters, Gretel and Sheena, all the family and friends, members of the Dane clan, Bo family and friends, in-laws, co-workers at Kalina Companies, sending her love. Happy birthday to you. All right. And I think that's it, Sandra. We did it all today. Yes?
Well,
So the birthday shout-outs for the day. Do
Well,
you have any shout-outs?
well, I merely want to salute Bahamians everywhere, people here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. If you are celebrating a birthday today and or a wedding anniversary and or an anniversary, or if your birthday is on Saturday and or Sunday, happy birthday to you, and we wish you well. We think that is very, very powerful indeed.
Yes, absolutely.
Is that fine, my spiritual advisor?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So where are we now? Were you defending?
Well, some folks are asking, as relates to the overspending. Well, they're wondering what was the total budget, Santa? If they went over budget by $7 million, what was the total budget?
At the moment, I can't answer that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm certain that if I continue to look at my notes, I'll be able to answer that for you, but at the moment I am unable to answer it.
So this text is saying if sports had a budget and went over that budget, it means that they were spent. If Mr. Boleg's budget increased, then he needed to tell the Auditor General what the budget is.
Well, Mr. Boleg's position is that the Auditor General was required to meet with them.
Yeah, after his findings.
And after his finding, but before he submitted it to the Parliament,
He had to be tabled in the House.
so that they could answer questions.
Okay.
That is his argument.
But he doesn't have to do that. The Auditor General is not,
Well, I don't
you know what I mean? He's
know.
not subject to that rule.
I don't know if he's subject to the rule. I'm merely telling you what Mr.
Mr.
Boleg
Boleg's
said.
argument is, yes.
Mr. Boleg says,
Okay.
look, we could offer him an explanation. Having come to that conclusion, he should then have invited us to a meeting, or we could have met and we would have offered him an explanation.
Okay, but now this text, now it says, tell the people to stop trying to tarnish Mario's name. He worked at CIBC. He's a very decent man.
Where he work?
This person is saying he used to work at CIBC.
CIBC. What that stand for?
That's Canadian Bureau Bank of Commerce, so that's years ago, if they're using this term, CIBC. And I don't think there's a dishonest. I don't know if they're saying he's dishonest. Dishonesty is not the question here, ma'am. So I don't know if you may have read that, but I don't think it is a matter of being dishonest. It's just a matter of accountability.
No, in the case of Mario Boleg, he is saying, I am not saying he's right or wrong.
Okay.
I am saying that the Auditor General, having come to a conclusion, he should have met with us and invite us to offer an explanation before he finally submits his finding to the Parliament. And perhaps the explanation might have altered his conclusion, because it appears that Mario Boleg and his team were in a position to provide him with further and better particulars. That's the impression that I am getting.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But there's some who, basically saying that he didn't have to report back to the
Well,
MP.
that's what the FNM is saying, and you had to understand the FNM. That's what
I
they
don't
say.
know if it has anything to do with the FNM, but I think
Well,
folks
you
who
would
understand.
recall that during Minnis' dictatorial rule, you would recall when he was the competent authority, the same Auditor General had some findings,
Okay.
and we in the FNM, we refused to, straighten up things.
All right, we have a
In
few.
fact, there is allegation that we in the FNM give the woman in Life at Key $100 million, and we have not been given an accountability for this money. Do you remember?
Yeah, $7 million. Well, yeah, okay, but in this case, $7 million is a huge amount, though, honestly.
So is $100 million.
But I don't know if that's correct. I know at one point, one of the Hollow West schools was given $2 million.
The $100 million,
for the food program.
You thought they meant Lynn and her children?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
not it. I know they were given $2 million.
You never could tell, because Minnis loved Lynn and her children very much. And
they did return the $2 million.
they did?
Yeah, they did. They did return it.
Which one of the children retained $1 million?
I understand the funeral footage is ready.
It is?
You requested the funeral footage?
Okay, well, let's look at the funeral. How it sounds. Go ahead.
Okay, Mr. Medusa, you have it? You have any volume?
As the next step, I want us to be the dynamic and the body political career. Dawn was a member of the new generation of Kenyan leaders, filled with transformational energy to shape things up. The innovative spirit I often look for in promising young leaders who seem ready to take this country toward new horizons. Even amid, at times, polarizing atmosphere filled with sharp disagreements, Dawn kept his cool, and most importantly, kept his ability and kind competence. carried himself with composure and dignity of a true statesman. Was good a politician, attorney, and leader as he was even a better man. Just an all-around good person who gained the respect of all who knew him. And suddenly, what has been stolen away from us? The kind of man we encourage our young men to aspire to be like. A man who still has so much to give to his family, his church, his community, and his nation. This man of pointless and senseless violence that gets so suddenly and unexpectedly steal away our best and brightest has become far too commonplace in our nation. We must come together to do all that we can to remove the scourge of violence in our society, because we are paying a far too high price for a man like Don. At the height of his prime, man will serve as an example and role model for our young men that be so brazenly and thoughtlessly taken away from us. It is our to us to walk in God's footsteps, to choose to serve others and build our nation, overlooking ourselves.
And sacrifice for us. Therefore, let us keep not with the unleavened bread of sincerity, but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth. Right. 1, 2, 3.
Careful.
Get bearers! Outwards, 2! Colour party! Boys enter! Slow! More! Hold bearers! Halt! Breathe and lower! Lower! Forward!
Pallbearers, outward, turn. Quick, march.
Welcome back to Freedom March, and of course, the video that we saw just now, it was taken this morning, this afternoon, outside St. Agnes Anglican Church during the state-recognized funeral of the late Donald Saunders, and his services were held today, and he was interred in St. Agnes Cemetery. So it was state recognized, and we here at Freedom March, we thought it was so important that we had to document what took place to the best of our abilities. So I want to thank our personal videographer, Marcus Louis, and I want to thank Mr. Goodness me, he's going to be upset with me that I'm having an old age moment. I'll remember his name. He's a good man, and he works right here in the studio. And we here in the studio, we take good care of him. So even though I have forgotten his name, he will not be upset because he's well taken care of. He put the video together after Marcus Louis would have shot it. So that is what is taking place here as we reported on the funeral of Donald Saunders. Okay, folks, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, my spiritual advisor, what else are we going to talk about? I have other things, but
Let's go ahead. Let's see what you got.
okay, this is
We can
great.
discuss some
Yeah.
whatever you have on your plate. I see where the announcement was made that Ursa Pitts is leaving
Yes.
and is taking up a new portfolio and task in Haiti, Sandra,
Yeah.
which I find to be very interesting indeed.
Well,
She's leaving the affairs of the Bahamas.
to go to Haiti.
That's a change.
Well, I may go to Haiti. I may need to go to.
Yes, because you're going to have to. You may need to help her translate.
Well, no, not to help her translate.
She says within a year she'll be able to get the Creole and the French.
The United States government has enough people at their embassy.
Why won't you lend your services to help?
Not to help. I don't work for the Americans. I don't want to confuse that.
Why don't you ask her to give you a job?
No. I don't want to work for the United States government. I want to be able to work for the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, because I still don't trust the Kenyans. You see? Don't forget. They sold us into slavery. So I still don't trust them Africans. Okay? I still don't trust them. But yeah, you are right. She has gone to Haiti. She should have departed by today. So I think it's great.
Any word on when the new charge d'affaires will
We are
come to
hearing
Bahamas?
that the new charge d'affaires will not come until in the summer.
Oh,
But I think I may have been blessed, and I may have been
You know who it is?
introduced to the acting charge d'affaires.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
So this is powerful. I can't work for the United States government because they don't pay good money.
They do,
They don't.
and they pay on time.
Really? Have you worked for the U.S. government?
Unlike some governments, they
A spiritual
pay-
advisor.
they pay on time.
They do?
You don't have to worry about that.
The United States government cannot afford me.
Okay.
Okay, don't forget now, I am an expert, and I have gift. I can discern. I'm able to see things. You see, I've not told the country. My gift of recognizing the charge d'affaires, how I saw her from afar, And I knew instantaneously that she and I will be united on the issue of Haiti. So you see, the Americans.
But do you recognize that she is going down there to assist the Kenyans, to organize them? Yeah.
Yeah.
To bring some sort of a
Yes,
stability.
that is her position.
Yeah.
She can
So
trust.
she's not on the same, basically, page as you are.
Yeah, I
'Cause
said
she's
that-
going down there to
Yeah.
work with the Kenyans.
Yes.
But you say you don't trust the Kenyans.
No, they
Obviously
sold us.
she does.
Yeah, but they sold us to white people.
Yeah.
Don't forget now, the Kenyans captured our ancestors and they sold us into slavery. Don't forget that. Do not forget that
We'll look at the
they
history.
catch I and they sold I on that bottomless pit.
No, to the
No.
merchant ships.
Where, to who? Who owned the merchant ships? Don't trust
Anyhow.
them Africans.
Right. So we're seeing where more than 200 Haitians have been repatriated back to Haiti. And, the exercise is
Where did
ongoing.
they
The exercise
repatriated
is
them
ongoing.
from?
More than 200, and this is rather expensive for the Bahamas government to say at least. A lot of folks don't recognize how expensive it is that these
Where
migrants.
did they deported them
So
from?
more than 200 Haitian migrants who entered the country illegally were repatriated to Haiti via a Royal Bahamas Defense Force boat on Monday, the Department of Immigration said. In a statement, the department said 274 Haitians were placed on the HMBS Lawrence Major. The ship departed Matthew Town in Agua on Sunday and arrived in Cape Haitian Monday morning.
You don't recall that I revealed that?
This is the second reported repatriation of Haitian nationals via boat since Haiti's airports were shut down in March.
Okay.
All right, so it's ridiculous.
How many of my people has been repatriated?
So far, 274.
Oh my. How many have been
And
successful
we probably got another.
in landing in the United States?
We probably have another 5,000 to 6,000 more to go.
Really?
Santa, this illegal immigration is out of control.
What I find amazing is how they're
of
able to
control.
get them into America. I cannot believe that
Human
the
smuggling.
Americans, seeing a group of Negroes with blonde hair, could take them for white people.
And they're actually black.
Yeah. I'm advised that every Haitian puts on blonde hair, red lipstick, and powder.
So when you look at them from the air,
They look, they look like white people. I mean, it's amazing.
anyway,
Tout le monde haïtien! How is it that the Americans have not figured out that black people are not blonde? We're not blonde. All right? This is powerful. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save my people, the Haitian people. God save the King. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Freedom Match. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. You will recall that on Thursday, that's last week Thursday, the 11th of April, the Bahamas government officially gave out 28 keys to new home owners in a new subdivision in the Carmichael Road area called Renaissance at Carmichael. You will recall that Prime Minister Davis officially opened that, or should I say officially presented the 28 keys to homeowners and their families. And we have heard from the Prime Minister on Friday the 12th, but I didn't let you hear from the Minister responsible for housing, and that would be the Honorable Keith Bell. So, Mr. Producer, if it pleases you, let's hear it.
In confronting the dual challenges of this historical housing shortage and the aftermath of natural disasters, we promised in our Blueprint for Change to jumpstart the government's housing program to make home ownership possible for all Bahamians. And our keynote speaker has directed a resolute mission to significantly broaden and expedite our resilient housing initiatives. To you new homeowners, and I ask all of the new homeowners to please stand. Let everyone see who you are. Please stand, new homeowners. Let us see who you are. Let the Bahamians see who you are. Give them a round of applause. There they are. Thank you. You may be seated. As you enter your home, it is our wish that our God bless you and keep you. May He make His face shine upon you, and may He always in your home give you peace.
So we are showing this video because we want to incite and excite every citizen who's desirous of getting one of these government-owned homes. These are great homes. They've had wonderful furniture inside. They even had beautiful cars outside. And the 28 people, they were also beautiful citizens. It is my hope next week to show you another phase of this development so that I can encourage people to just show up, make application, and keep the pressure on the new Minister of Housing to build more homes for the people them, and it is powerful. My spiritual advisor, this is the time that you traditionally invite callers.
Callers in, yeah.
If it pleases you,
we
behold the Bahamian people.
All right, the line's open. If you want to call us today, 323-7775 is the number to call, 698-0775 and 698-0776. We got about 20 minutes. We could entertain some calls before the week end. So call us if you want to. You want to discuss some issues. Please call us so we could discuss these issues.
What is our numbers, my spiritual
the numbers
advisor?
are 323-7775, 698-0775, and 698-0776. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon, sir.
The Patriot Gordon.
How are you, sir?
Welcome, Patriot. I haven't seen you in a long time.
Yes. It was good to see you at the funeral for Mr. Don Sanders today.
I thank you.
Yes. Gentlemen, I'm calling firstly to offer my condolences again to his family
Yes.
and to the nation, and certainly to the Afghan Party, the best party in the Bahamas.
Absolutely.
Gentlemen, I want to touch on this $7 million fund or overspend or over budgeted allocation in the Ministry of Sports. Now, I'm just a Dunsey boy.
You still, Dumpsy?
Man, can you believe it? Oh, boy.
I don't think you are dumb.
But Mr. Monka,
Yes.
how is it that $7 million was over budgeted for the Bahamas games?
Yeah, that's
How is it? How do
crazy.
you come to that number, such a large number, when you are supposed to properly plan, staff, and ensure that you equip these games with everything that is needed? Now, if they had said that they spent $7 million, I wouldn't feel that bad, right? But if you over budgeted and can't account for $7 million extra, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's
Now, if you spending it in the Bahamian society and Bahamians are benefiting from it, yes, no problem. But if you can't give an account, oh boy, some red flags going up.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
if you
we have your point.
were to read the statement, the address in the Parliament, as is published in both newspapers this morning,
That's powerful.
the Minister of Housing, that would be the Honorable Mario Boleg,
Minister of Sports and
Minister of
Culture.
Housing?
huh?
Minister of Housing?
Not Minister of
Sports and
Housing,
Culture.
the Minister of Sports and Culture. Thank you, my spiritual advisor. The Minister of Sports and Culture, Mario Boleg, has said that the Auditor General, having made his finding,
Yes.
should have met with him and his team, submit the finding, so that they could provide him with further and better particulars, my word, before he then,
He spoke.
before he tabled
But
the
Mr. Monka,
reports. Yes?
Mr. Monka, with the greatest respect to the minister, he is in charge of youth, sports, and culture.
He is,
The people, the financial people in the ministry report to him.
yes,
The box stop with him.
yes.
So,
He's not running from the
Auditor
box.
General, one second. The Auditor General shouldn't have to come and make it public that $7 million was overspent.
Why should he not?
He should have. One second.
Why should he not
He
make
should
it
have-
public?
One second. Let me tell you why, sir.
Okay.
He in charge.
Who's in
The
charge?
box stop with him.
Yes, that
The
is
Minister
true.
of Sports.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So if there are some people who are spending the money and doing what they feel like doing, and there's no check, there's no balance, he is not holding them on account, then he should be held to account.
Well,
Because
he
he should not allow them to overspend $7 million
yeah,
of
but
the Bahamian people money.
Yes,
and
but-
only after the Auditor General, who's only doing his job, he's only saying, hey, I checked the books, $7 million was overspent, I just put it out there because that's my job.
but the minister,
The minister should have gone to him and said,
Comrade.
Minister, oh, I'm sorry, 1 second.
goodness
The
me,
minister should have gone to
comrade, listen to me. The minister has not said that the Auditor General is right or wrong. He merely says that the Auditor General's finding required the Auditor General to now sit with him and get his position. That is all. We're not trying to defend the minister, we're merely pointing that out. But I thank you for calling. Next
Thanks so
caller.
much. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Yes, sir. Very blessed. Good afternoon, Mr. Spiritual Advisor.
Good afternoon.
And to you, Mr. Manka. And I pray that God will your mother and your sister, that God will strengthen them and every pain, and I come against every pain, every sickness, for he was wounded for their transgression, and he was bruised for their iniquity. And you know, tomorrow is about some folks going to the forces that one back to Mother's Day, that there is no sorrow that heaven cannot cure. And let us continue to pray for them, that God will strengthen them in this day hour of bereavement. And let us continue to pray for the mayor chief of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, the sick and the short, and those incarcerated. And let us pray that we don't have no murder on this weekend.
Amen.
And we come against that in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
And let us continue to pray for the nation and the leaders. And then trying to rear sons and daughters to be born into the kingdom. And I'd like to say to you, Mr. Monica, y'all about
we thank you. Convey.
God bless you.
We thank you. Convey our love and support to Ezekiel, better known as Job. This is powerful.
Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good day. Pleasant good day.
Hello.
Do you find something?
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
I'm listening, like you're sitting on monitor, listening to you guys. And I want to say something concerning the $7 million
Okay.
that was spent.
Yes.
Now, I'm a chef by profession. And if you're planning a meal,
Yes.
you identify the things that you need for this meal.
That is true.
So with continuously doing preparation, I have an idea what it will cost
Yes.
in order to get the ingredients and whatever you need to prepare for the meal.
Yes.
Now, with the Auditor General and the Minister, our budget most likely would have been submitted. Now, if you know exactly what it entails to put on this function, you should have an idea. So when a total has been arrived, you have space for incidentals. You can put incidentals in there also.
Okay.
But to come to the point of planning an event and going over budget by that much, I think it is awful.
Okay.
And also with spending monies and it's not yours, there has to be some accountability.
Absolutely.
Well, accountability.
You should give account
The accountability.
to the person whose money you're spending.
The accountability is taking place by virtue of the Auditor General doing the audit. But the minister says he, having done his finding, there was one more step that the minister claims that he ought to have taken, which is bring it, let's discuss it. We can provide the additional information which he doesn't have. That's basically it.
But sir,
Yes.
now each one of them holds the position. One is the minister, and one is the one that does the account. The accountant should not have to or to speak with the minister when this money has been spent. He is tallying up what has been spent. So that's the accountant's job, and the minister has his job. So it shouldn't, why should the accountant speak with the minister when this money has already been spent? What, to change the total? Why?
I don't
the
think-
minister should not be involved in that.
No, you're misunderstanding what the minister is suggesting. He says the Auditor General, having completed his audit and submitting a report, he felt that they should now sit down so they can discuss it, and he would answer or provide further information. But I thank you for your comment. It's powerful. Please do well. Next call.
Thank you so much, caller. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Hello.
Good afternoon. You're live, caller.
Yes, good afternoon. I'm Senator.
God save the
Good
king.
afternoon, Spiritual.
Good afternoon.
How y'all doing?
We're doing well. Thank you so much.
Okay, just want to add to what Mr. expressed. Listening to some of the conversation from callers, look, when you were doing an audit or an of activities, any business or anyone to produce once at the end, or the end of the day, you have to take into account all aspects, the minister clearly states that, first and foremost, let's be clear, it was the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture that made a request for the internal auditor to come in and conduct an audit. And so the minister was first and foremost seeking to be most transparent in the conduct of business on behalf of the Bahamas and the people of the Bahamas. Secondly, if the Auditor General is being comprehensive in execute of his internal audit, he is supposed to speak with all of the people involved. The minister very clear in his interview that the internal auditor did not speak with him as the minister, which he should, in order to ascertain information that the minister had relevant to spending. He should have also spoken with the local organizing committee.
That's not true.
Otherwise referred to as the LOC, which he did not. And so how could you then complete a report that will speak to matters related to expenditure, but you don't have all the information related thereto? That's an incomplete report, and that will reflect poorly on the individuals involved if you present that report publicly before it's properly compiled and completed. And that's what the minister expressed happened in this instance, and this is why he feels disrespected. The minister sought to do the right thing at the outset by requesting for the internal auditor, as I said already, to come in and do a report. But the internal auditor did not seek to get the minister's input. In any accounting or auditing report, you can also add footnotes from some of the principles involved in the process. That did not happen.
But isn't the Auditor General's post autonomous?
This has nothing to do with being autonomous.
Yeah, so you don't have to do that in all
did you hear what I said, Spiritual? When you are doing
he has a constitutional
report of reconciliation, which is accounting and auditing, you must get all of the information required in order to produce a comprehensive end report. Otherwise, your report is incomplete. The minister is now on record stating the internal auditor did not communicate with him. The internal auditor did not communicate with the local organizing committee. So how could the internal report be complete? The minister is also on record, I'll end with this point, Senator and Spiritual. The minister is also on record today in an interview stating that there was no over budgeting. And so that drives us all concerned for what is happening at the internal auditor general's level. It brings question now to how he is operating. And that's very serious.
So
that's what persons who don't understand accounting doesn't understand.
So Antoine,
this man is far from over.
Okay, so Antoine, what is the real and true budget then?
So I thank you.
What was the real and true actual budget?
I want to cut this at this stage. I thank you for your comments. Let's go to the next caller.
Sorry about that, Antoine. I'll talk to you later.
Hello.
Welcome to Freedom March.
Welcome to Freedom March.
Hello?
Yes.
Good day.
Good day.
Good day.
Spiritual advisor and God is okay.
Yes.
My name, how are you doing?
We're
doing well.
That's good to know. That's good to know. My name is Ethan Hamilton, and I come from Queens College, and I'm currently in 7, and I would like to know, am I allowed to promote something to the public?
If you're allowed to do what?
We're having a school play, and I would like to know if I'm allowed to promote something to the public.
A school play? When is the play?
It's tonight, and it's also tomorrow at 1 o'clock and 7:30 p.m.
Where's the venue? Where's the place?
It's at Queens College, and it's geography. I'm not exactly sure about like the name properly, but like, I think it's like a Geoffrey Auditorium. That's easy.
Well, okay, it's at the auditorium. Okay.
It's called. Pardon me?
It's at the auditorium, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And it's called what?
Joseph. I'm the amazing technicolor dream coach. So am I allowed to promote this? Or?
Yes, go ahead. You may promote it. Go ahead.
Okay, so I would just like to say this is about Jason and his 12 sons.
Okay.
Where like you know about the biblical thing in the
Yes,
Bible,
yes,
right?
of course. Go ahead.
It's very interesting, and I would like to invite the public to this wonderful show
Okay.
that they will greatly enjoy.
All right, thank you
And
so
it
much.
is tonight?
And tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
And what time is it tonight?
Tonight is at 7:30.
And tomorrow,
Tomorrow.
what time?
And tomorrow there's actually 2.
And this is at Queen's College.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the public has invited you. But yeah, you could tell them one more time. They invited. Go ahead.
Wait, and one more thing. And tomorrow is also 1 p.m. and 7:30 p.m.
Okay.
All right.
Saturday, 1 p.m. and 7:30 p.m.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the public, I'm certain, understand the invitation, and everybody is invited. So we thank you for your kindness, eh?
Tickets are $20 for adults and $15 for children. I mean $12.
Repeat
For
the,
tomorrow it's gonna be $12.
repeat the cost. Repeat the cost one more time.
Okay.
We'll send the bill later.
Repeat the cost.
Okay. Tomorrow is going to be $12 for kids
Okay.
and $20 for adults tomorrow. And tonight it's going to be the same price.
Okay. We thank you.
My apologies for messing up the first time when I did $15 again because it was like that.
No problem. We,
All right,
we know
thank
you're
you
a good
so
man.
much. Thanks so much.
Take it
caller.
care. God bless you.
Welcome to Freedom March, Call You Live.
Good evening, Mr. Mankan, spiritual advisor. How y'all doing?
Good
We're
evening.
fine. How are you?
Okay, I am good, thank you. I just wanted to say something quickly about the $7 million.
Okay.
The spiritual advisor is correct when he says that the Auditor General's position is autonomous.
Okay.
It is. I listened in detail to a report from Guardian Report this morning, and that was stated. Okay? I do understand what the minister is saying when he's saying he has records to prove that the over-budgeting is not so. However, the Auditor General requested certain information, but was not provided with it. So what I'm saying is, I listened to that interview, I listened to the minister, he says he felt disrespected. No need to, because if you understand the Auditor General is independent, then you would try to make sure your internal controls are in place.
Absolutely. That's the point.
Yes, and get
That's
those
the
who
point.
were involved to submit the information to individual requesters.
That's the point.
That's all. We need to learn to be accountable straight through from step 1 to step 10. Not just when we're finished with the event, we abandon
crazy.
everything else.
$7 million. Whew.
$7 million, that's
Wow,
reckless.
that's
I thank
crazy.
you
Okay,
very much
thank
for
you.
your
And we
comments.
appreciate your comment.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello. Welcome to Freedom March.
Mr. Marco,
Yes.
I'm calling about the $7 million you all speaking about.
Okay.
I don't believe in the Auditor General. I believe in the Minister.
Okay.
And I'm sure he makes no mistake. The Auditor General can't count as good as him. He could teach the Auditor General how to count. And you all please drop his name, because whatever he said, if you all listen good, what he report, then you all listen what he said. They just can attack him. If they can attack him, then they would have gone again, go to the Auditor General's office for this. So drop his name.
Oh, thank you
I
so
thank
much,
you
caller. You have a
very
great
much.
weekend now. Take care of yourself.
Yes.
Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Hello.
Good afternoon, caller. You're live.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How come the Auditor General can audit accounts that just happened and they got accounts, some of these departments 3-4 years back they audited yet?
Well, what's your point?
What's my point?
Mm-hmm.
My point is that they're looking for some red herring, man. I mean, not they. These evidence.
Oh, so you think this is politics?
What do you mean? That's what it is. When some Auditor General's ordered anything that just happened.
Okay.
Huh? You check it back.
Okay.
You know, and on top of that...
So he shouldn't do it then?
On top of that, no, I'm not saying he shouldn't do it. But he got plenty of things, I guarantee, if you check back, that should have been ordered long time ago.
Except this one. Don't fool this one.
That ain't on too.
Don't fool this one.
And if you check it, anytime you putting on something of mass production like that...
I thank you.
Thank you so much, caller.
I thank you very much.
We gotta go.
This is Freedom March. It's the end of the week. Let there be peace throughout the land. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the Bahamian people. God save the King. Let there be peace. Do well, everybody. My spiritual advisor. Be safe.
Lord's will.
God save the King.